So most people think Forex trading is quick money, but they don't really see what actually goes behind the scenes. In this video, I sit down with a Forex trader that trades in Papua New Guinea, goes by the name of Russell, also known as 1%er. He started his journey in 2021, where he taught himself how to trade. And our discussion really talks about the reality of trading, the losses, the mindset, the discipline, and what it actually takes to stay in the game. If you're thinking of getting into trading, or you've already started and you're struggling, this is a conversation you need to hear. And without wasting any more time, let's get into it.
First question I asked, a lot of us in PNG are sitting here with a phone, laptop, spotty internet, and wondering if it's ever possible to make real money online. What was your life like before trading, and what finally pushed you to say, I'm going to make this work no matter what? Your answer was, I've always used a phone or a tablet to trade, never anything fancy. I used the digital network because it's the most stable option available here. I didn't start with perfect conditions. I started with what I had and made it work.
I was skeptical at first, to be honest, and I wasn't too sure until I started testing out the networks. I went for the cheapest one. I just had more data, it lasts longer, it was a great deal. And then I had issues, and the issues that I had was the platform that we use needs consistent connections. You can't have this thing loading it over and over again. Plus, the way you approach the market, it has to be very precise. You want to enter the market, you want to execute an order into the market with precision. There must be no latency whatsoever, or you will lose money. And through losing money, no one told me that I had to, I would have these issues, the lagging issues. So just like anyone that would be playing Call of Duty, they will have issues with lag and all this thing. Same thing. They want to pull the trigger so they can kill the opponent a lot more quicker. And then they're clicking the trigger and nothing's happening and they're just glitching back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yep,
so
yep.
The platform glitches and it's difficult. So using digital, although expensive, we need that consistent connection. So any phone, any tablet, you can use your laptop, you can use your computer. It really don't matter because you're seeing the same chart. This one which is comfortable. For me, I've always been making money on the phone and the tablet. I just didn't really get accustomed to the laptop or the computer. But I haven't had any issues just using a phone. And the phone is more than enough. So anyone can join it. Anyone can do it using any platform. As long as you can have a plan to buy credits. One, don't trade during rain. I don't know why it's lagging during the rain. Like, I don't understand. Rain droplets stopping. And we're losing American dollars. Like, it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing.
All right, second question. In the beginning, did you ever feel like giving up because things we all deal with here? Power cuts, slow internet, and just not knowing who to trust. What was your lowest point for you? You said, I wanted to give up many times. That feeling is unavoidable when you start. The lowest point for me was treating trading like gambling. That completely ruined my psychology. I developed fear and constantly second-guessed myself during trades. That mindset costs me heavily.
Yes. So it is very difficult to control, I guess, because what's really happening is you're exposed to a platform and information and access to a pool of money that is just $7.7 trillion every 24 hours is the pool of money that we have access to. And the potential of just thinking about, so on my phone, I'm just going to press some buttons and make millions. And then when you realize that you could actually do that, it messes with your head because you're thinking, wow, everything can be possible. Our dreams truly can come true. And that forces us to, people are planting seed, but they get time to grow, yeah? And you're trying to force the friggin' seed to grow into a tree and go become an apple, and you destroy the environment. So the psychology gets affected because you understand the potential of what could really happen. It's just bringing your account up to say $3,000 can really, really make a big difference. Especially in this economy. And you would put so many hours into studying. To simplify everything would be, you want to learn aggressive, like you're passionate about it. Be passionate about it so you don't have to worry about the immense content that you're going to have to consume. And then you got to apply it slowly. So learn it aggressive and apply it slowly. Now, the systems that we were brought up in, the school systems that we were brought up in, the result must equate the effort, right? Like when I do this, I expect this money, right?
Yep.
It's not like that. And because of that cycle, we have to sort of just rewrite the whole learning curve and just no, we got to take our time. And you're making $2 and then you're thinking to yourself, oh, wow, $2 great. And then as time goes on, I was like, I could really be making more right now. I'm really wasting my time. It's been 2 months. I'm still stuck on a $50 account. Like you're going back and forth with like through emotions and it's exhausting. So I wanted to quit almost every year. Almost every year. It was that exhausting. Nogaman paiti mi, but me feeling was me just mixi big la time.
But just for
Yeah.
context, $50 is a big account. Like when you're starting off your journey, like
Oh yeah, it is
it's hard to
actually.
get to 50.
It's hard to get to 50. You're right. It's hard to get to 50. I've accidentally, not accidentally, I've tried to make smart, high risk decisions, and I've turned 150 euros to about 1,200 euros in the space of 1 hour. The market was so volatile. It was gold back in 2022, and it was just crazy. It was around February, according to my data, and
Wow.
it was a life-changing moment because I never thought like, wow, I went from $10 to 150. That 150 took me 3 months. And then suddenly in one day I jumped to $1,000. Like the potential for me to withdraw from $1,000, you can potentially make $50 every second day or something and take it out. And that won't hurt you. And $50, it's $300. Like who's gonna give you that, right? On your phone, man.
Yes, yes.
It is mind blowing. So the stress after losing so much, you feel like, oh, I put so much effort into this, but every time I try to push it to where I want it to go, I would reach that place, and when I get there, I try to push it again, and I lose everything, and then it's just exhausting because having to get there again is just another 2 3 months. You got this back and forth. So yeah, I felt exhausted. I was depressed and you got to put yourself through this if you're a Christian, right, you have a higher chance of like really fixing yourself. Like I had this thought when I was learning Forex. I realized that people who are really truly devoted Christians, Christianity has to do with like building character, right?
Yeah.
Patience, discipline,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. That's what trading demands. Trading demands that. So if you're a Christian, you're already in the process of self improvement. You're gonna catch it really quickly, right? But that's why God said only a few will go to heaven. So just cause you know, just cause we know doing it is another thing. It's crazy.
All right. Question 3. Was there one
Oh
specific
yeah.
moment or realization where you went from I'm just trying to this is actually going to work? What changed everything for you? I think you sort of mentioned a bit of it. Oh, your answer was the turning point was implementing a trading plan and actually sticking to it. So once you stopped guessing and started following the structured system, you began to see consistency. That's when things changed.
Because there's an emotional aspect to forex trading because of the sheer potential of your life changing in a few buttons. And having experienced that, I had to recover from losing $16,000 in 2 hours.
What?
And we made that money live on TikTok in 2022 December. I will never forget. And people couldn't understand what they were seeing. And I was repeating to everyone, you have no idea what we're showing you right now. This skill is, or 90%, 99% of the human population in itself have a hard time mastering the emotional side of this skill set. And it has to do with self-development.
100%.
So what you want to do is you want to write down rules, and these rules will be just to keep your emotions to check. Because when it's time to make money, you're like, maybe I should bet a little more. It looks like a great setup. It's definitely gonna go up. I mean, look, all the indicator says market's gonna go bullish, it's gonna go up. And that messes with you. And you have a perfectly good plan and you ruined your own plan, right? So you are facing you. It's like a good way to describe it is Forex is like a mirror. Everyone else has to sell intellectual skill, doctors, lawyers, or selling a product, cars, whatever. So these are the two dynamics, economics, everyone, it's normal, right? But with Forex, it's a you versus you. You're gonna make the plan and you're gonna break your plan. You're gonna you're
Right.
gonna win money and then you're gonna lose your own money. We make these plans, and the whole point is to follow the plan. So you scale a year into your plan. So I have a 1 year plan. I have targets on a weekly, daily. I look for. I don't look towards like I'm gonna make $3 every day. I'm not looking for that. Even though we're trying to make money, you're not necessarily trying to make money like confirm every day. Because what are the chances of you making money in the market, right? It's random market. So the turning point was following a rule and scaling that over a year, and then have checkpoints at the end of the week, a reviewing day, like Sundays are reviews. Sundays, like today was my review. You review your plan, your performance in the week, and then you try to check yourself. Did I follow everything that I wrote down? Did I skip anything? Did I break any rules? Although I made money, did I follow my rules and make the money? Because it gives you a false sense of hope, and then it just gives you this, you're trying to keep yourself from spiraling out. And the plan keeps you in check. And so long as you can consistently approach the market in a structured process, you eliminate the emotional side of everything, because you trust the plan and it's played out over a year. And it's not about making profit now, it's how consistently you can manage your risk for a long period of time. So that was the turning point. Just simply following a structured plan day by day and journaling, taking notes, reviewing.
That I just remember when you said that people use this statement very loosely, like trust the process. But Forex actually really embodies and highlights that statement itself. Whether you lose money or make money, you just consistently stick to that process, you'll get bigger and higher return.
Yeah, yeah. It's a slow growth. It's a slow growth, and that's how it's supposed to be. I'm the kind of person that if you tell me you're not supposed to go this way, I'm gonna be like, well, it won't work for you, but it's gonna work for me, and I'm gonna figure it out because I'm not dumb, like stupid, right? And I'll have shortcuts, like, nah. So I know it's real, we can make money. So what's the shortcut? Like, what can we just like cut corners? There is no cutting corners because it damages the most important thing, which is psychology. Now, if it was physical, you can get used to the pain. You get used to it. Your body builds callus. You're like, normal. You're getting.
One
But
day,
psychology, man.
the question is, one of the biggest headaches for PNG traders is actually getting the money out and being able to spend it. How did you finally solve that puzzle, and what difference did it make in your life when you could finally use your profits with a virtual card? Here, your answer was originally, I used a Visa debit card linked to my Kina bank account for deposits and withdrawals without problems. But with PNG's grey listing situation, I explored alternative methods for deposits and withdrawals to ensure smoother access to funds.
There is an option that traders have. It's a institution called prop firms, and prop firms are life-changing opportunities for Papua New Guineans and for anyone who ever gets involved with prop firms. So what I found was that the gray listing would affect initially the onboarding of people into brokers. The processes were going to take way longer, and for prop firms, they will blacklist the country, and they've already started doing it way before gray listing. There've been certain prop firms that just left the country. Like the top number one prop firm right now is FTMO, and it's an Australian-based company, and they were the first to go. As soon as they left, if the most legitimate leaves, that was way before the gray listing. And then the gray listing news came out. I'm like, that's it. Everyone else that's second tier to that company is just gonna go. I go to DeepSeek and then I ask like, what are the chances of prop firms blacklisting Papua New Guinea in light of the gray listing? And said that definitely they will block Papua New Guinea mainly because of how prop firms on board. They have an automated system where they just people they're registering people, hundreds of thousands of people all over the world, right? All over the world are accessing their platforms.
Yep.
And they want to make the onboarding, they don't want issues with just having to deal with people on a one-on-one. So they just made up like a one directional, like standard, this is how you approach it, register like this, yada, 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 pay your fees, do your examination. If we see that you perform well, we'll give you 100,000, 50,000, or whatever capital you decide. It's a great opportunity, and we were trying to get into it, and it will definitely make a lot of revenue for Papua New Guinea. Like real, we're talking having access to $20,000, $30,000 worth of withdrawals. We had a friend of mine in 2021.
COVID
He's
times?
had, I think it was during COVID. It was 21 COVID, end of 21.
Yeah, end of
So
21.
this guy had withdrawals, FTMO withdrawals. And that was when I believed that, oh, we can really transform our life with, prop accounts. But now gray listing, it's just going to be a lot more slower, I guess, especially for people coming in and starting up. Now, I've done something where I've moved to crypto fully. Any kalili coins me got them, but me booming chol, maki one time and then bang, me buying. The fees are there. It's expensive. But since misaha lo make lili one kina $2, $3 lo internet now, I can make that money back through some trades and all that. So I felt like it was a great opportunity for me to send everything over to crypto. So I'm using a platform called Red Hot Pay. There were a couple of crypto traders. There are crypto trading communities and Forex trading communities. Some of us mix. And crypto traders have known this for the longest time, and like we just found out, right? So I was just vocal about it. Yeah. Gray listing doesn't affect you if you have crypto. I don't have limitations. Like there are broker limitations to Visa withdrawals. My broker has you can only withdraw 3 times a day. Whereas with crypto, I can go 10, 20, it don't matter. Deposit withdrawals, and it takes like 2 minutes in and out. And it hits your account. Like I just like just hitting buttons and then suddenly my money's like, poof, poof. I'm like, good, boom, I'm buying lager stick, I'm buying food, flakes,
Boy.
whatever, man. Burgers.
Yeah. Hey, next question. Your game-changing tool. So you've tried different platforms and tools over the years. Which one was the absolute game changer for you in PNG, and why did it make such a big difference compared to everything else? Your answer was MT5. Your upgrades allowed
Yeah.
you to execute multiple trades simultaneously with better efficiency. Your broker, Deriv, you've been with them since 2021, and the combination made a big difference in execution and flexibility.
MetaTrader 5, you can just get it off Play Store. It's accessible globally. It's designed to connect to brokers. It's just a platform you use to grow the money. And broker is where you store it, right? Where you send the money back and forth, and you can just connect your broker to your MetaTrader 5 or MT5. The game changer for me was a platform called FX Replay and TradingView. These two platforms allowed me to use AI tools to better identify my zones, just to understand if the market is more pushing up than pushing down. There are indicators, and there are like thousands of different types of indicators that could, if whatever strategy you have, you can just complement it with indicators to help you better identify which areas you should be buying and selling in the marketplace. FX Replay was really a game changer for me because although TradingView has a great modern look to it, FX Replay I could go back to like the 1 minute time frame. I'm not sure if maybe TradingView has improved itself, but I've used FX Replay and there's a free option there, right? You don't even have to pay subscription. So I use the free option, right? And I just spam the renewal. I open a free session and I'm back testing. It allows me to go to 2024. So I can trade the stock that I'm looking at back in 2024 and forward and back test a whole year in just a few months on and collecting data on the strategy that you are learning online and really put it to the test and really seeing how a $10 can grow over time over a period of a year.
If someone in the village or in town right now is watching this and thinking, I want what Russell has, what's the one thing you wish you knew earlier or you wish someone would have told you earlier that would have saved you years of struggle? Your answer, I take the time to backtest and document every trade until you gather a big enough sample size to have to confidently trade in the marketplace. I would say grow my years, not months, in a paced manner.
For someone who's in the village that would want to jump into Forex trading, I think the one thing that will really make a difference is backtesting. So backtesting is when you go to certain platforms, Forex platforms that allow you to go back in time. So we're in 2026. You can go back to 2025, 2024, whichever year you choose. And you can start in the month of January and you can backtest the strategy that you've built over a year. And what you want to do is you want to build a sample size, okay? So just trading within a month is not enough. Trading within 2 months is not enough. You need a year worth of data. After you learn the foundation of Forex, you understand the concepts, you understand that you're supposed to be purchasing, you're supposed to be buying and selling in the market. Once you have that fair idea, the next thing you want to do is you want to build your strategy, right? And then you want to back test your strategy. How you back test your strategy matters. It will eliminate emotions, it will eliminate double thinking, it will eliminate a lot of things. Once you collect a year worth of data, that is when you look at your win rate, you will look at your overall profits. Was this strategy able to grow a certain amount of money, say $100 to X amount at the end of the year? And with the softwares, it allows you to fast forward the charts. So you can go back in 2025 and you can fast forward to December, right? So that way, in like 2 months or 3 months, take it slow. Each trade, you want to note it down, the day, the time, how did you feel about it? Did you take only 2 trades in that day? And then you skip to the next day, you take 2 trades, you skip to the next day, you take 2 trades, you skip to the next day. And based on the trade style you want. If you're scalping, maybe you want to do 4 scalps in a day, 3 scalps. If you're swing trading intraday, then you can take 1 or 2 trades in a day. But if you're swinging, then you're going to be holding for 1 or 2 days. You're only going to be trading in a week, probably twice in a week, and you're holding for 3-4 days, right? So depending on which trading style you want to use, and within those boundaries, you'll create your strategy and then test it over a period of a year.
Okay.
And that is what I should have been doing in the first place. I was jumping from strategy to strategy, thinking that, oh, there's a strategy that'll make me money all the time. I thought there was like this one magic strategy, but no.
No.
The reality is that there is nothing wrong with any strategies that you see online. There is nothing wrong with any Forex strategy that you see online. There's only something wrong with the person applying the strategy. The person applying the strategy does not have the foundation, does not have the discipline to follow their rules, does not have the mental capacity to hold the trade, too scared, so he come out of the trade too soon, does not reach the full potential of the trade. So the strategy in itself is fine, but you yourself need to test yourself as you apply the strategy. It's working, it's gonna work, but can you handle the strategy? Now that's another thing. So can you handle the strategy? Like if you lose 2, 3, 4, 5, if you can lose 3 weeks in a row, but if your risk management is not up to par, if you haven't tested out your risk management or anything of that sort, then I'm sorry, but you're just gonna go around in circles, you know?
Yep.
So I guess that's what I would do if I was starting off all over again, is to learn the foundation of Forex, build my strategy, backtest that strategy. And when I say backtest it, we're talking write notes down, we're talking pages and pages. You're just going boom, boom, boom. Like right now, I have a diary. Like seriously, ever since I started trading, I've been using a diary. Like I write down my thoughts. I write down like things. I started to see that you can apply it in other places. But that would be my answer for anyone that's in the village that's wanting to test this out. Absolutely possible. Definitely you can do it. It's the best place to learn, I guess, because you have all the time, and time is what you need.
Yep.
Time and commitment.
Looking back at your whole journey, the losses, the wins, the late nights, the doubt, how has becoming a consistent trader changed the way you see opportunities for young people in Papua New Guinea today? Your answer is the confidence, freedom of time, being immune to inflation, the ability to have access to $7.7 trillion of money in the marketplace every 24 hours.
The end result of all of this sacrifice and the end result of all of this time and effort, and you might lose money a lot. Obviously, you will lose money a lot, and you go into debt and all this. But at the back end of this, you would have acquired a knowledge that basically you're mining gold in your head, basically, like digitally. Mining gold, lo ground. You have the knowledge to look for gold, lo ground. Now you can do the same thing in your mind. You created a mind in your head, and anywhere in the world you got that knowledge. Then you can apply it anywhere, so long as you have internet access and you have some form of identification. You got a phone that can handle the platforms. Boom, you're back on top. If you have the confidence, if you have gone through all the processes that you have to, 3 months, 4 months, you're back on top with the current, with what's available to forex traders, like prop accounts and all that. You can jump up to huge capital. And this is not financial advice, but you could manage anywhere about $100,000 with prop firms, which they give you certain leeways, certain leverages. If you pass their exam, if you can prove to them that you can look at the account flow or give me one big capital, then they'll give you a time to trade for a month. Whatever you make, you keep 80%, they'll keep 20%. What's 80% of $10,000?
I heard
$10,000 is 40,000 PNG, you know what I mean? It's a lot of capital. But in order to get to that point, you need to have a lot of discipline and a lot of structure. So the whole reason why I'm in this game, and the reason why I committed so much, I had a registered business and I walked away from 6 active clients, 6 active paying clients. I had no issues and I just walked away from them. I took a leap of faith to learn a whole new skill that's not available anywhere, not in this country. And it was difficult at first, but I am this kind of person where I just don't know how to quit.
Yep.
Like when I set my mind to it, I don't stop till I get there. So if you have the mentality, money in the bag for you, 100% money in the bag for you. If you're like iffy about it, I'm not sure, I should test the waters, you're not gonna go anywhere. 100%. 100%. So you gotta be 100% in, or you're just all the way out.
Yep.
And if you're testing it, fine, test it to see, how it feels. But understand that it will take a lot of your time, and it might sound like gibberish for a while, but eventually you're gonna get it. So I have the freedom to make money anywhere in the world, anywhere in Papua New Guinea. I have the ability to scale my account to $1 million. And depending on the broker, you might have like a $10 million cap. And meaning you can't grow your account more than $10, some $2 million, some $3 million. So you have the capacity to go to literally $1 million on your phone, right? That just didn't make sense to me at the time. But as soon as I found out it was possible, I jumped ship. I literally jumped ship. So once you find the consistency, it's like a cheat code. Literally, you're literally printing money. I'm a scalper. My trades take less than 4 minutes. At some points, I would make $150 in less than 4 minutes. $150 is 600 kina in less than 4 minutes. And just that alone, you just press a button, 4 minutes later, 600, right? Count my fingers, 6. It did something to my brain. I'm like, okay, so this opportunity's been here this whole time, and what am I gonna do now? We're gonna karate chop this book, open this book up. We're gonna read this. We're about to quit everything, and we're jumping into Forex.
Yeah.
Sir. So that's why I jumped into Forex trading. I feel like it is the escape. You're immune to inflation because you're making money in a different currency, and it's because of this thing called arbitrage, where you convert money from a stronger currency to a weaker currency. So if you're making money in American dollars, you're withdrawing into PNG kina, and every time you withdraw, you are helping the economy of Papua New Guinea as a whole, because you're spending American dollars to buy pop me noodles at the Kaiba.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
I'll wait. So what? Yeah, that's basically the whole reason why I jumped into this. I love it. I'm really, truly in love with this skill. I love the freedom it promises. The pain was worth it. Coming out of debt, still worth it. And if I would have done it again, I would have done it different this time.
There we go. So if you're serious about trading and making a little bit of money online, don't just watch, take action. Join the Digital Wantoks community. The link is in my bio. That's where the real conversations are happening. Make sure you subscribe to our channel because I'll be bringing more real conversations and stories like this. See you in the next video. Peace.